Hello everyone, this is Arminda with MyCoCreations, and I'm doing this video today for the second time actually, but I'm doing it because I wanted to share with you something that I received today. Now unfortunately, because this is my second time and I had technical issues the first time, you won't be able to see the entire process, but maybe I'll try to splice it in because the actual video did record, you just couldn't hear me talking, so it's kind of worthless. Anyhow, again, I wanted to share what I received and the process that I went through or will be going through in order to grow a chocolate tree. This is a cocoa pod. This is what your chocolate looks like before it ever becomes chocolate. And I bought this online, and I received it as a pod because many times I tried to purchase chocolate seeds without having done too much research, and what I found is that in order to grow a seed, in order to grow a chocolate or cacao tree from a seed, they have to be what is called viable, which means fresh and still contain life. So for chocolate trees, the seeds don't last very long. As soon as they start to dry up, they lose all of their life and they have no means to grow at that point. So in order to grow a tree, you have to have a fresh seed. And if you don't live where chocolate grows, then you're unable to have that. So I searched and searched and searched and finally came across this place that sells what is the actual cocoa pod or cacao pod or cocoa fruit. And once you cut it open, you need to use a really big knife. I'll use my big blade. Once you cut it open, the seeds are inside. This particular one is a yellow. There's different colors. This is a small yellow. But the other colors were red and green, I believe. Different price points, and since this was my first time and I was told there wasn't much difference in the flavor of the actual chocolate, I decided to go with the yellow. Since I'm not going to, my goal wasn't to produce chocolate, it was to produce plants from this purchase. This is what the seeds look like. Let's see if I can get a good one. That's what they look like when they come out of the pod. It's pretty cool. So once you take them out of the pod, they have this fleshy part on them, and I tasted it in my first video, and it doesn't taste like chocolate at all. It's very sour, actually. It tastes like what I know as canepa. It's a fruit that I used to eat when I was younger, growing up. It's a Caribbean Spanish fruit, I believe, the origin. Anyways, so once you take all your seeds out, you go ahead and you take this fleshy layer off. And it's a little bit difficult to do. You got to kind of scratch it. Once you take the fleshy part off, then you have access to the seed. Now, the fleshy part does have a reason for being there. If you're actually going to make chocolate from these seeds, then you want to leave the fleshy part on there. And you would take all of the seeds and you would put them on a pile, spread them out on banana leaves is how it is done in the tropics. So they would spread them all out on banana leaves and let them dry. After a few days, the seed, which is actually inside, it's a fresh chocolate cocoa seed, they absorb the flavor from the external casing, and that is the first part of actually making chocolate. If you remove the casing and set it out to dry, you're not, from what I've read and what I've been told, you're not going to get the same flavor from the chocolate. So that's part one of the process. Let them dry. Once all of the casing has come off and has been absorbed into the seeds, then you would take the seed and you would grind them up really fine into a really fine powder, which is what you know as cocoa powder or cacao powder, And then you would, to go on to the next level where you actually make chocolate, you would add your sugar, your cream, your liqueurs, your flavors, vanilla, whatever you're going to use to produce your actual chocolate. So that's how you would normally do it. I, however, want to grow them. So I purchased the pod, I opened it up, 2 halves, pulled out the seeds, then I took the casing off, and then this is what you have. Again, the chocolate seed. It's really pretty. Doesn't smell like chocolate at all, but it is really pretty. Nice dark brown. It looks a lot different from the dried ones I've received before, where they didn't grow at all. So you simply just plant these. I already got a pot here. There's an awful lot of them, an awful lot of the seeds, so I definitely will be selling some of these plants once the seedlings, once they start growing. Chocolate doesn't produce very early on. It takes many years, and from what I understand, it grows to be pretty tall. I do, however, like to collect and grow different exotics. I like to have in my backyard different fruits and vegetables and plants and herbs that you're unable to obtain at your local store. I want to keep them going. I want to pass on the seeds. I do seed swapping and sharing. I sell seeds. I want to keep the true plants going, free of GMO, free of all the pesticides and all of the garbage and crap that's out there. So that's one of the reasons. I also just like to have different things and try different things and include different things into my diet than I would normally be able to, because we don't have access to in our local groceries, health food store for me. So that's the process. Again, unfortunately, you didn't get to see it all, and because of my little mishap. But I just wanted to take a little time and share that with you, because this is a process that I've been attempting for well over a year. I would probably even say 2 years to grow my own chocolate tree. And like I said, many bad experiences buying from people who said that the seeds were good and that they would grow, and once I received them, they were dried out. And I would plant them anyways because I didn't understand, I didn't know, and they would never grow. Finally, I did more research. I came across a really good site. So if you're interested in purchasing your own pod and you want to know who I purchased it from, please contact me on Facebook. Search MyCoCreations, MyCoCreations, or you can email me at mycocreations@gmail.com, and I'll pass on that information to you. This particular cocoa pod, I searched high and low, and I only purchased items, edible products, or pretty much any product that is organic and or all natural, if I'm unable to obtain organic. This one was not labeled organic. It did come from Puerto Rico airmail, but when I contacted them, they assured me that they do not use pesticides in the growing of their trees. So I felt pretty good about it, and since I'm unable to go and buy them anywhere locally, I went ahead and did that. Again, I'll share it with you, no problem. I wanted to make this video to make you all aware of the process and how cool it is. I love chocolate of any kind, and I want to be able to produce my own. I will be saving a few of these seeds to actually go through the process of producing my own chocolate so that I can experience that and be aware of it by doing it. I don't like to just take things people tell me and believe that as a truth. I like to receive the knowledge and try it myself, put it into my own life and put it into practice and see how it works out. That way I really know. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry the lighting is a little bit off, but the sun's going down right now. Like I said, my earlier mishap was perfectly timed, perfect lighting, everything. One thing before I go, I wanted to let you know that these earrings were made by Karasi Crafts, and you can find her on Facebook. She's also offers a lot of her stuff. She's in the process of making a website. But I got these earrings because I purchased a beautiful, she does beautiful work. I purchased a beautiful skirt that she crocheted, and she included these earrings. Very grateful, thank you. And also wanted to go ahead and show you my pants that I'm wearing. These pants are, unfortunately you can't see them all that well. These pants were created by Harvest Girl, and she makes amazing clothes. You can find her on Etsy, Harvest Girl, or you can contact me on Facebook, and I'll link you up with both of Crossy Crafts and Harvest Girl, as well as many other amazing handmade artists. Thank you.